Alrighty, the next step is for us to consider the on-site factors. And so, off-site factors. These are things such as posting on other people's forums, posting to related blogs of other people, setting up your own remotely hosted blog, which could be something like blogger.com, publish videos, YouTube. There's more than 30 video sites where you can publish videos, news releases about your company, your products, your employees, your customers, things that are seasonal, tying in with different seasons and whatever's happening around the world, as well as in your community. Creating unique software products that you can promote online as well as offline to bring in attention to your site. This is something most people don't consider, and it's very, very simple to do. And there's certain software products that will generate high traffic for you and attention from the search engines, and they're very easy to do. And so even using off-the-shelf software type products to generate software of your own, and so it's something that's almost always overlooked. But the nice thing about it, you can submit those software programs to software directories and generate additional attention to your site from the search engines. You can submit articles to article directories. You can syndicate your content in online trade publications as well as offline trade journals, and as well as try to gain media exposure from national, local, industry trade journals and magazines of all types as well. And so these are just some of the off-site factors. But the thing to take into consideration, you don't just want to just throw up anything or any type of content. You want to take into consideration again the life cycle, the keyword life cycle that we talked about earlier. And so these areas, the knowledge, the education, the implementation, the technical, the action, direct response, these items, you want to create relevant content that ties in with these steps. And so action, direct response, didn't talk too much about that, but what that comes down to are your sales offers, whether it's a sales letter, a catalog, or some other area for buying. Also subscription forms, opt-in forms. These things all require an action from your visitor. And so the keywords they're going to use that drives them there are going to be a little different than the keywords for knowledge and implementation steps. But the nice thing is these steps here, as well as your off-site content, can all lead back to these two areas, which as well direct to the point to your action steps, which is you want them to take action to either purchase, come to your business, visit your business, step into your office, whatever it might be, or make a purchase or subscribe to your opt-in form. All these steps need to be taken into consideration when you're creating your off-site content. Basically, what do you want them to do once they visit these sites or read this content or view the content? And so that's just another one of the key steps for your online SEO marketing success that you want to take in consideration, which are your off-site factors. So let's take a look next at visitor conversion. This is the most overlooked and most neglected area of all, and the sad thing is this is the most important of them all as well, because if you increase your visitors to your site, but none of them actually convert to become customers or clients of yours, all this other effort is wasted. And so this is more important than all the other steps combined. So let's go ahead and take a look at that next. Now we're looking at visitor conversion. And as I said, that this is the most important step of all and the most neglected step of all. Visitor tracking. This basically is you want to put software or analytics in place to watch your visitors. You want to know where they're coming from. This is your referrers. You want to know how many unique visitors you're getting in each day and each month as well. You want to know which pages of your site they're visiting, and you want to follow the paths they go to when they do land on your site. So for instance, they land on your home page, where do they go from there? And then you want to know what are the key phrases they're using to land on your site. And then you want to track abandonment. And there's two areas of abandonment. One is once you're on a page, abandonment shows that they've left. But then a second area of abandonment is you want to know where on the particular page they left, because if there's a trend that you see that at the same spot in your sales page or your catalog everyone's abandoning, you know that you've got a problem on that particular page. And these steps you want to follow for every offer on your site. And of course you want to automate this as much as possible so that you're not sitting around doing this by hand. The beauty of visitor tracking, it gives you a snapshot view of what's taking place within your site. You can fix those areas that are not performing well, and the areas that are performing well, you can tweak them to make them even better. And so that's just one area of visitor conversion you want to look at. You want to look at the tracking of your visitors. The other thing is you want to look at the action step. And remember, we had mentioned before, with a keyword action, you want to lead your visitor to do something. And so whatever that action is, whether it's a subscribe to your autoresponder, whether you're trying to capture them with the email, you're using a squeeze page to capture that email, or you have offers, a sales page or a catalog or some other offer, you want to split test that. You want to know which price is the best, which offer is the best, which headline is best, which layouts and guarantees, the words and phrases on the page. You want to know too about the voice of the page. Is it you want to take the Motley Fool approach, something a tongue-in-cheek approach. You want to be approaching bankers. You want to come across more authoritative. And the voice that you use for your site and for your offers, these need to be tested as well. Otherwise, you're just taking guesses in the dark about what works best. Then too, there are other additional copywriting elements that you want to take into consideration for split testing. And this too, all these things can be automated so that you know at any given moment which offers, which headlines, which layouts, which other elements are producing the best results for you when someone visits your page and your action offers. That way you can always have the optimum result and the highest possible conversion from your visitors. And so this is most important, because if you think of it like a gunfighter, say you have a gunfighter who's really awesome as far as being quick on the draw, but can't hit the side of a barn whatsoever. His aim is off. It's just a horrible shooter. So what good is that speed? What good is being the fastest there is if he can't hit the target? Well, he's dead. And it's the same thing with a website. If your website is ranked very well, super high, but it's not converting your visitors, all of your efforts are wasted. And so you want to take into consideration these elements as well. It's more important than these other two areas combined, because even if these areas are horrible, you're getting low amount of traffic, you're getting from your site, you're getting a low amount of traffic from off-site sources, but your conversion's high, well, you're still going to make money. But if your conversions are low and you have high traffic from either sources, this is going to not work too well for you. And so these are the three elements that you want to look at when you're thinking of SEO. You want to look at your on-site factors, you want to look at your off-site factors, and you want to look at your visitor conversion. Please continue to video part 3 or go to www.andrebell.com to watch the video in its entirety. That's video number 3 should be here, as well as video 2 and video 1 if you haven't watched those also. So make sure you watch them in the order presented, otherwise you're probably going to be confused.